How are you?
My favorite thing is I'm going up, and then I scroll TikTok for like 3 minutes, like
Yeah,
refresh,
so I had,
refresh.
I had I had technical problems, and I'll tell you why. My phone is
You?
about yeah. So not at all, right? Not at all. So my phone is about to die. Hey guys, hey the one, Moist Mike. Nice to see you.
Voice mode.
Moist Mike. What's up? Yes, I am back. Um, Nice to see you guys. Full throttle, Ben Renner. Thanks for coming in, guys. I'm Bullish Babe, Chelsea, Cosmic. So my phone was out of battery, and I ran down the street to the gas station to get a granola bar because I forget to eat all the time. And I got back and I had like 0 bars, except I have to plug my phone in to the bottom. So if you could see the rig that I have set up here, I'm not sure how long it's going to stay, but I have it like balancing on a picture frame with the plug coming out of it. I know. It sounds crazy, but that's what we're doing here today. Hey, Eric Watson. Nice to see you.
Hey, you know what? All that matters is that you're here.
That's it.
You survived an attack. A lot of people don't know about the attack that you received over the weekend.
Yeah. So, see?
Wow.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah. So hold on.
I just kind of feel like if I was there, like I might have been able to make this process better or something.
I feel like you would have. Hold on 1 second. I have to wipe this off of my skirt. Hold
on. Wow. Okay. Hey, Crypto Bros.
Yeah. All right. I'm a hot mess today. So that's just what it is. Yeah. So not only was the attack, hey, Forrest. I know. Sorry, Strips. I know. What the hell? Yeah. What the hell? Right.
What the hell? What the hell?
The hell? Thanks, guys. Thanks, Forrest. Nice to see you. Guys, if you don't follow Forrest, please do. Forrest Unfiltered. He's down there. He's a great content creator. He talks a lot about XRP, has a lot of good informational videos. So please go ahead and follow him. So they not only tried to attack me, they actually tried to attack me today before we got on. And so I was just talking to John Whalen. I don't even know if I should say this, but someone warned me. And as they were warning me, a bunch of reports came in. So I have, so guys, what's happening is that the crypto content creators are getting attacked by someone who is basically holding our account as ransom. And basically they say, we're going to ban your account unless you pay us. And so it starts off with these like little attacks where they report a bunch of your old videos. And once they do that, like you get strike after strike and then they ban your account, right? Which is what happened to you.
My favorite troll is back.
Oh.
Tattoo King. I know you've missed me. I know. You were probably sad for that week I was gone.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, that's messed up that they're attacking. I mean, this is once again why I love the Wolf Pack. I don't know what more do you need to be like, hey, look, you should probably go take a look at this. Yeah. It's just crazy. It's just getting out of hand. It was a crazy week. Like my stress level was high.
So what I did is I reached out to. Have you seen those guys on YouTube? The ones that hack the hackers. I think they're called. Yeah. So I got some information and I wrote them today and said, hey, guys, we need some help. They usually deal with like phone hackers. But I'm wondering if they can maybe help us.
This is like wait a minute. Hold on. Let me rewind back for a second in the comments here. This has got to be a first. I mean, I feel like this is the nicest thing Tattoo King has ever said. He said, even I, Tattoo King, Cosmic's troll, didn't want Cosmic's banned. Is it like Bizarro World today? Did I wake up in an alternate universe? Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry. I was stunned. I thought maybe, this was like a multiverse checkup. Maybe they started CERN again. I don't know.
Go. I don't know. Maybe look at Tattoo King secretly is your biggest supporter. Thanks, Jacob.
Oh, he said comic, not cosmic. Different guy.
Hey, Crypto Trey. Nice to see you. We shifted timelines, Forrest said. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Trey. Nice to see you. I'm sorry I haven't been your live. I used to go into your live like in the mornings, but my kids have been so crazy lately that I haven't been able to like get up and get into anything else like while I'm doing anything else. So hey, Crypto Callie, thank you so much. So I'm sorry I haven't been in your lives, but I will go back into them. Please follow Crypto Trey. He's down there, great content creator as well.
Oh my God, I freaking love that guy.
He's so good. He's so good and he's great live.
My ADHD was kicking in after getting attacked. I've said, you know what? Sorry. People kept telling me, hey, you know what? You need to be part of a network, you know, like they used to be called agencies, but they're not called that anymore. I learned, right? And I'm like, really? And some people were telling me about MVP Network, and I'm like, okay, who's that? Well, do they have any creator that's in crypto that, you know, has a good amount of following who's been here for a while? And they said Crypto Trey. And I'm like, no way, I know that guy.
There we go.
So,
right?
so the story gets better, right? So, you know, I've done all my work. I've studied. I've checked the things out. Crypto Trey's online. I send him a DM. I hop onto his live. He invites me up, right? Puts the lady from MVP up, and we have a whole conversation for like 30, 40 minutes where they just went and answered my questions, everything. It was like amazing. Like I don't get that kind of service anywhere.
Well, did you sign up?
Freak yeah, I did, because they showed that they cared.
That's the thing is it's like so hard to get real information from anyone today. It kind of like roll you around. It's all AI. So like you never know really what's going on. So that's awesome that Trey did that. Thank you, Trey. And I signed up with them too. So I knew that.
Yeah. Thank you, Trey, hooking us up. Thank you, Jay, Francesca, all you guys that gave us the recommendations to head over there. And now, you know, I feel like we can get some help. You know, I was on a live earlier today and I was saying, hey, look, I'm really good at understanding crypto stuff and knowing crypto stuff. I am so bad about not knowing like TikTok creator stuff. I mean, I'm like a noob when it comes
you are a noob. You're like more newbie than I am. I feel like.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know how you made it all of these years.
Because I didn't do really much lives, you know.
Yeah, I feel like you're floundering out there a little bit. I was just gonna pull up the charts. Hold on 1 second. Did anything happen with the Fed today?
There was a meeting.
Yeah. So but no news yet.
No, he didn't retire. Everybody was like, maybe. Oh wow!
Fruit. Hey Stu, thank you for the fruit. My favorite one, obviously. It has a pineapple.
Okay. She did accept my invite. I signed the papers today. So once again, man, appreciate you, bro. I'm excited to be a part of that network and to get with you and to grow our communities together, because iron strengthens iron.
That's right. Absolutely. And if we're all protected by some, now let's see if they can really protect us, right? And if they can, then that's like a whole different ballgame. Hey, Caveman, nice to see you. Welcome back from Vegas. I would love to talk to you and see how XRP went, because I'm sure he has a lot of good information.
Caveman's such an awesome guy. It was cool that he did his live and he took us around Vegas, and it was like super hot and he's wearing a suit, but he didn't care. Dude,
let me tell you, we always like just jabber on this. Hopefully we will talk crypto soon, guys. So the last night that we were in Vegas, all of us were beat. Like we were sitting at Gillies, all of us had a drink, but we were like, we're done. We're not going out tonight. Caveman walks in. Thanks, Full Throttle. Caveman walks in with like the energy of 50 cavemen. And he basically convinced all of us to end up going to an after party that night. And he brought the full energy. And we all ended up, I ended up line dancing. We ended up drinking, having a great time, and going out to an after party. It was awesome. So thank you, Caveman. You brought the energy. He's great and super funny. He cracks me up. So it's all good.
Yeah. And some people you can just like the way that their demeanor is and the way they talk and the way they act, you can tell like they're a good guy, right? Which is good because I feel like if he was somebody that was like shilling some bad pump and dumps, like people would literally fall for those.
Oh, 100%. Dude, 100%. The funniest thing that happened I think with him in Vegas was we were all at this this after party at this like penthouse, right? Bar. And everyone's piling out of the bar and we all get in the elevator, but Caveman gets like kicked out of the elevator because the security guard is like, you're over capacity. So then there's kind of like a fight or a skirmish going on at the other elevator. So the security guard has to get out of the elevator and go over to the other one. And while he's doing that, Caveman jumps back in the elevator right before it goes down. Hey, Dill, thank you so much. And it was just like it was like one of those scenes from like a movie that was like the perfect laughing scene, right? And he just like stood there like this until we went down the elevator. It was hilarious.
Okay, next year I'm gonna go. I'm gonna record everything, and I'm gonna start shooting out some videos called "Crypto Bros Gone Wild."
There we go. I think there was some footage for that.
That'd be funny, right?
Yeah, I think there was some footage for that for sure. Takes one to know one. He said, "You guys are the best." So crypto markets. Let's see. What are we sitting at right now?
Yeah, and I had a question too in the comments. I got to go back a little bit. What the sea leg on a time frame? Yeah. That's so. They had asked, do I see for the possibility of like a 90, ish Bitcoin, right? And I do. I can definitely see like probably like 95 to 98 Bitcoin. In the sea leg.
Right, go ahead.
To me, I've been talking on here that ABC correction. This is typical of what we normally would see before we start really getting out of here and start melting some faces, especially in the altcoins. I think we've been working on that A. I think we'll probably see some type of positive, awesome news to really take us into that B leg, and hopefully by July, we guys are just saying, "I love you, crypto bros. We're so happy. Our bags are pumping." Well, that's what I see. I don't know if you see the same things, but this is what I'm.
I actually see there's like a big bear flag on to me, right? It's not financial advice. It looks like there's a very big bear flag on BTC on the daily right now. Now, could it go the other way, and could it completely what's that called? Go the other way. I can't think of the word. Could it do that? Absolutely, but it looks like a very clear bear flag. So that target I think is 98.5, around 95. So I can definitely see a case for that, and soon, like sooner than later, for sure.
If that does happen, then that'd probably invalidate mine, and that could mean that we are already I'm thinking we're going. So that move could happen a lot faster, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Market starts taking us down, but we start breaking that. I might change my opinion and say, hey, you know what? We're gonna probably be going to the moon sooner than we thought.
Now, is there a point where you would be worried? What's the point where you would be worried?
Oh yeah, Bitcoin just starts crashing below 90K. That I'd be freaking out at that point. We had 87K Bitcoin, and I'm like, what's going on here? This was not expected. We really shouldn't be setting any like new lower lows at this point, right?
Yeah.
Everything's looking like it should look. We've seen in the past. And confluence wise, we see gold. Gold's still looking the same. Nothing crazy going on. Looks like it's taking one little more stab up, but it's not going anywhere, it seems like. Yeah. Very bullish on silver. Silver is looking like it's going to do some stuff here.
Looking a little good, I know.
But I think crypto will go first. Crypto will do its thing, and then silver.
Yeah, Full Throttle says bear flag and the M2 totally follow what you've been saying.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like I'm not a chart specialist. I think Fresh is probably more than I am. There's a couple people in here. Stu is probably more than I am, right? But it does It does look a lot like we have somewhere to go down for a little bit, which is fine for me. You know, I think for me, it's an opportunity to buy some things a little bit lower. I don't have a ton of dry powder on the side. I deployed it a long time ago. And so, you know, but there are a couple of things that I didn't pick up that I'm looking to pick up at a price that is better. So
Way better.
way
ZBAC.
better.
Somebody had mentioned ZBAC in the chat.
Okay, so ZBAC, it's funny. I was talking to EQ Trades about ZBAC this morning. He said I'm pretty much like their most hated influencer right now because I'm telling them that it's going down. For me, and someone asked me if I had charted it. Oh, it was Forrest actually. Gotta say something real quick. Can I come up for a few seconds? That's Trey. You're okay with me? Yeah, come on up, Trey. There we go. But hey, Trey.
Real quick, I didn't mean to bother y'all, but I want to tell you I just got the word. You see, there she is right there.
Oh.
Officially want to say congratulations. Because I just reached out to her to make sure that y'all were in and you're officially in. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you so much for connecting Cosmic, because he actually filtered the information down to me and then we both signed up. So MVP, thank you so much.
That's her right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we're
yeah,
really
congratulations.
happy.
I'm happy for you. I'm so sorry to interrupt y'all. Just like I said, I just want to officially congratulate y'all. So
no,
welcome
you're
to the
so
team.
sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark. No, thank you so much for coming up. And again, thank you for spending the time to do that. That was like really nice. Yeah. And it's really good to know someone that knows someone, right?
Yeah.
No,
it's always scary.
Anytime I got y'all's back.
Thank you.
So if you're not following Trey over here, you guys need to follow him. He's awesome. He's been in here as long as I've been here. I mean, he's got a beautiful smile. He wakes you up nice and great in the morning. And
he has beautiful eyes too. Those
does.
like light yellowy cat eyes, right?
At first I thought that was a filter, and then I'm like, there's no filter for that.
He's got those eyes, right?
Thank you. Yeah, those are real. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right, man. All right, Bullish Babes. So I'll let y'all finish talking. Like I said, I just want to congratulate y'all.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Please, guys, follow Crypto Try.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Eve, too, for the gifts.
Thank you.
And Eve is so awesome, too. I don't know if you got to meet her yet, but she's very awesome.
I didn't get to meet her yet.
Yeah. I hope you get a chance to talk with her soon offline, because amazing. I was sitting there in the live like, wow, my gosh, this is good stuff.
Well, just one sec. Thank you, Crypto Chick. I saw those. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. If you don't follow Crypto Chick, please follow her as well. She has great content. She's constantly traveling and talking to people about Bitcoin and crypto, which is really cool. I love people that do a little bit different things in the space. Did
you say Crypto Chick?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Crypto Chick.
So good, right? Yeah, so good.
She's been there forever.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I used to watch her
lives all day long. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, there she is. Look at right there. She just said
amazing creator. You definitely need to follow her as well.
Yeah,
it's good to get a broad following, a broad of crypto bros throughout the market, because we all have our different takes, and you learn. I say like school. Maybe I not great at math, but maybe I learned math better from someone else that's more visual.
100%.
And that's the way to do it, is to get with creators that you either know, like, and trust to grow this together.
Yeah, and one thing I like about her is that she has really long lives, and she does a lot of lives, and she's constantly just answering question after question after question. And so for me, when I was a beginner, all I wanted was to sit in someone's audience and be able to ask questions, but that doesn't happen on YouTube, and that's really the only place that we had at that point to do that. And so this is such a different platform that you can have access to the creators. And people that can actually answer your questions. So yeah, definitely please follow Crypto Check. Follow us if you're not following myself or Cosmic, please follow us from the live. We have a lot of copycat accounts. Hey Joe, nice to see you. We have a lot of copycat accounts, and if you follow us from here, you won't get that. So please follow us from here. We're also part of the Crypto Wolf Pack, which is a community online of crypto support, basically. We have education in there. We have signals. We have trading classes. You have access to all four of us. Hey, Jen, thank you so much. Thank you. We have trading classes. We have access to all four of us. We are in there in lives most of the week. And then we also have a podcast forum on Thursdays. You can ask any questions you want. Thank you, Nil. Nice to see you. And thank you so much.
Nil's here. Oh my God.
Nil's here. There he is.
Such a
Nil,
cool dude.
please follow Nil. He's a great creator as well. Thank you very much, Nil. I appreciate you. Nil is an unbelievable creator as well. Please follow him. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. It really means a lot to have this much support in here, guys. I really appreciate it. And Cosmic does too. If you guys want to sign up for the what?
I said so much because, like, you know, people say they care, right? But you don't know how, you know, if somebody really cares until they show it. And it wasn't really till my account got banned and I got hit up with so much people, you know, support saying, hey, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do what can I do to help you? I mean, it really shows you how awesome that the crypto community really is. You start seeing people go out their way and help you. So thank you guys.
It's been a really, it's really humbling to see the way that people are like have gathered around you and other people that have, thank you, Nell, that have lost their account or look at that hat. Have lost their account or, you know, or are struggling in this area. It's been really nice to have, thank you, MVP. It's been really nice to have a tight community like this. And I think, again, we all learn from different people. So someone that may learn from me won't learn from you and vice versa, or Nil, or Trey, or Crypto Chick. I'm not calling you out. I didn't forget about you. But I think, you know, that's the thing in this area. We can all help get people into crypto. And there is a barrier to entry into crypto that is not always easy. And it's not easy at all. Like
it's overwhelming. I think it could feel like if I come in, if I'm new, because, you know, back when I came in, there wasn't as many coins, right? There wasn't as many things.
No.
You know, now coming in, you know, I look back and say, okay, what if I were just to strip everything that I possibly know about crypto and I came in fresh, like I'm coming into, let's say, learning about how TikTok lives work. I'm like, wow, I'm overwhelmed. There's so many buttons in here. I don't know what to push. Sometimes I'm scared to just push something.
Yeah, absolutely. Marco says, hi guys, I'm a newbie to crypto. If I put my crypto on a cold wallet, does it still allow me to trade on an exchange? So you would have to move it off of the cold wallet to trade it on an exchange. The cold wallet is really just for long-term storage. The second you want to sell or buy anything or trade anything, you have to move it onto an exchange. And, you know, the thing with cold wallets is that the way that I use mine is that I keep a very small amount on an exchange that I day trade. Other than that small amount, everything is on a cold wallet. And you don't trade, but yours is all on cold wallet.
Well, you know, I do hodl a lot, but sometimes I'll play short trades, you know, and short to me may actually last weeks, but it's very little, right? Very little. A lot of my stuff I just keep on hodling, you know. For me, it works. I just let time do the heavy lifting, even during liquidation events like we've had in the past. I'm still up. It's okay.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, hey, listen, if you can long-term hold and be in profit, that's like the least risky thing to do, right? Thanks, Nell. Sega says you can trade on a cold wallet through exchanges that offer it. I didn't know that, Sega. I've never done that before, but thank you for the information. So Marco, Sega says that you can. Nil, thank you so much.
Wow.
Sega says that you can trade on
like a party in here. This is so cool. We got the coolest crypto bros on the freaking planet are actually in this chat right now. Like if I could let everybody just come up and we just have a party.
Hey, Exit. Thank you so much. Hey,
that'd be the coolest thing.
I know, right? Exactly. I mean, we have like all of the cool crypto content creators in here. Wes is the other one, guys. So I didn't know that, Marco. Apparently you can trade on a exchange through your cold wallet. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So it's not turning back on. Sorry, guys.
Now I want to know. We're all listening. What are they saying in the background?
Okay.
Where is she?
Thank you. It's my assistant. She.
You have an assistant?
Yeah.
How the heck do I get an assistant?
She doesn't work for like me as a creator. She works for like my business, right?
Gotcha.
Just timed us. I'm sorry.
Right? Posh. We call that posh.
I know, posh. They're gonna call me posh. They always do. Wait, can we share an assistant?
Right.
Yeah, she's been with me for 11 years. 11 years.
Really?
Yeah, she started off as our nanny, and then
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And then is my assistant now.
I was going to say something funny, but now that you said nanny, it's a totally different thing.
It's a totally different thing, so it won't work.
It won't work.
Yeah. So guys, so the crypto market's like 104.4. Like we're just ranging, right?
Yeah, that's it. I think that this move that we had just recently up, there's the diehard crypto bros on here, right? Where we're not selling, we're not going anywhere, right? And then there's a bunch of wishy-washy crypto bros. I think a lot of the wishy-washy crypto bros end up selling the bottom of that last dip that we've had, right? Yeah. And watching it come up, I'm pretty sure, number one, that made a lot of the wishy-washy crypto bros mad.
Yep.
And two, they made them not trust the run.
Yeah.
Right? So what I see and what I think might happen here would be some forced FOMO,
Yep.
where something just awesome, so awesome that, you know what, I already missed this. I missed Bitcoin. I missed this. I missed that XRP run. I cannot miss this. So whatever that is, I think we may see something like that we'll see some forced FOMO driving people back in.
Yeah.
And then usually that good news ends in a little bit of a drop.
Well, and it was funny. It's funny that you just said that. So Trailer Doctor said, new to this, thoughts on H-bar. We both love H-bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. H-bar, first of all, one of the biggest things that I like about H-bar is that they're constantly looking for real world partnerships. Thanks, Bricks. Real world, not real world, but IRL partnerships, right? They're they were vying for OnlyFans for a while. They're constantly looking for partnerships to bring people into crypto, which I think is one of the most important things that any of these projects can possibly do, is to beef up their marketing. It was one of the things that we talked about coming back from Vegas, is that a lot of crypto companies, it's funny being at those trade shows because they still don't know how to market to normies.
And they use a lot of like Web 2 stuff, print stuff.
Yes. I'm like, it was so funny. We went to this, one of the parties we went to, they had paper name tags that we used a Sharpie on to write our name on it. It was so weird. And so for me, hey guys, I can't write in the chat, but I just want to blanket thank all of you guys for being here and supporting us every day that we're here. And I'm so glad to be back. I feel like I missed out on a lot. But I think it was funny. I go to fashion trade shows all the time for my other business. And when you go to those trade shows, people are standing outside of the booth and trying to get you in. Thank you, Solana Dev. Appreciate you. And in this conference, they were like standing back and it was almost like little fraternity cliques that were behind the desk, like waiting for you to like break the barrier to go talk to them. Yeah. And I think it's so funny because if you want to onboard people, that isn't the way to do it.
No.
Not at all.
Your goal is to try to talk to everybody and get everybody to come to your booth. And I think that's just part of how young we are and why you see a lot of the tribalism that we see in this market, is that the clicks and stuff. And I guarantee you the people with the big money, they don't care about your little crypto click. No. They're looking for the plays that sound like, hey, you know what, this is going to be very successful here in the future. Money market managers are not sitting there worrying about your click.
No, and it was funny that you said that about like the new crypto bros and the wishy-washy crypto bros. So there is like a definite There's a definite divide in between them. You can, especially at the conferences, you can see it. It's so funny. The OG crypto guys, they're like sitting, you know, they're at the parties and stuff, but they're like sitting off to the back with their like long flowy hair and like whatever they felt like wearing that day, right? Like they don't care what you think of them at all. They're like, I'm rich. I don't care. I got into Ethereum at $2, you know? And then, and like, they don't care at all. Thanks, John. And then there's like the mid ones who have like been in crypto for a little bit and have made a good amount of money. Mm-hmm. And then there's new ones who think they know everything about crypto, but they haven't made any money yet. And you can see the divide. It's so funny. But what I think some of these projects need to do is what HBAR and Algorand both do, which is they are trying to connect with the normies. And projects like that only have one way to go. Not financial advice, but in my opinion, it's up, because if they can pull the market share from normies, then you have got an entire new pool of people who haven't heard anything about it, and they're going to come in through your project first.
Yeah. My thing is, I think that true adoption of crypto, that mass adoption we're all looking for, is going to happen when the normies are able to use crypto, but not know they're using crypto.
Bingo. Absolutely. Thank you, Aromatic.
I think AI will have a lot to do with that.
You think what? AR?
AI will have a lot to do with that.
Yeah. And I think, you know, I mean, Algorand has some really great projects too that they're entrenched in, that people don't even know that they're in until you, right. And
there's a lot of NDAs in this market.
Yeah.
A lot of NDAs. And me as a website developer, like I get that, right? Because it's not like every website, I can't just graffiti, this was made by me, as much as I would love to, right?
Yeah. Marco just said, sorry guys, but is it true that the exchanges can crash during the all-time high and you can lose everything? And not necessarily. I mean, they can. Yes, they can. Do they? I think what he's talking about is like when Coinbase goes down and then you can't sell, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that that's what it is. Yes, any exchange can go down at any time and you can lose all of your money, which is why we both talk about getting your crypto on a cold wallet as soon as possible and not keeping anything that you can't lose on an exchange, because they have custody of your crypto, period. If you don't have custody of it, then they can always go down and you can always lose everything. However, during an all-time high, usually what happens, and actually it happened the other day when crypto was pumping, Coinbase went down quite a few times and you couldn't log in.
You couldn't buy any?
You can't buy any, but more importantly, what can't you do? You can't sell, right? Yeah. So I think that Coinbase is solid enough that they shouldn't have the outages that they have, but they do anyway.
Yeah, they do have some, but sometimes I feel like it's probably saved a couple of you crypto bros from panic selling. Oh my gosh, this is bearish. We should sell everything. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, it's working.
But the thing that sucks is when you so it's funny, I talk about like my exit strategy and what I have planned. As far as Trey says, I officially moved all my crypto off the exchanges as of last week. Good for you, Trey.
Yeah, man.
I talk about my exit strategy and kind of what I do, which is I literally, if I die tomorrow, which hopefully won't happen, my husband has notebooks of all of my tokens and all of my coins and where to sell each one of them that gives him the best price. And also which exchanges you can sell which tokens on. And so I think it's always good to have a couple of off ramps. So if you have a Coinbase account, get a Kraken account or a Gemini account, because if you do want to sell when things get high and you do want to take profit, one of those might be down. You may have another off ramp to use. So I always would get accounts and this is not financial advice, but I would always get accounts at a couple of places so that you do have a couple of off ramps just in case.
I made a treasure map. I have a ledger buried somewhere, and she has to follow it. I didn't give her any.
I feel like she's going to be really pissed at you. I feel like she's going to be really pissed at you.
He gave me a hard time buying the dip every time, all right? This is just fair. Just fair. Normie wife, she wanted to make it difficult for me. She wanted to put, I don't know, Cosmic in a box. You know, you can't do this. We can't go and blow our 401k.
Exactly.
Not.
Hey, Marco, you can join the Wolfpack by going to thebullishbabe.com or the link in my profile, in my bio. If you go to that link, it goes to my link tree. It's the first link in my link tree, and just click on that and you can join. And we have a discount code. It's live25. Thank you, Trey. It's live25, and that gives you 25% off the first 2 months. So we'd love to have you in there, Marco. I am going to be in there every single day doing charts, a chart checkup now, first thing in the morning. And one of us is on a live, I don't know, we're on at least a couple of times a day, if not more. And then sometimes we're all on at the same time. And there's
a new one coming too.
Is there? Who's coming?
Yes. Cosmic at night on Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
There we go.
Come and hang out with me. And it's so crazy because like I've been doing Thursdays at like 11 a.m. and it's literally been like 2 to 3 crypto bros in there, right? So imagine you get to hang out with me and like just a couple of other crypto bros.
Right? Let me just say that I've been to Cosmic at night, and I was one of 2 people in there, and he was in a hot tub. So sometimes you get 1 or 2 people in there, not like 3 or 4. It's like 1 or 2, and you get to talk to him in a hot tub. So if that
was one time, that was the first time because I was dared to do it.
Is that going to be in there every week with the light show?
No, I can't do that every week. I have to change it up every once in a while.
Right, exactly. I know, and I might come join you on those ones too. I'm going to try to do one at night as well. But the Wolfpack is great, guys. The thing about it is that, again, we have to pay attention to everything that's going on now with our accounts. Aromatic, thank you so much. With our accounts and everything that's going on with it. And if we're in the Wolfpack, it's pretty much safe. Not only that, but we are not beholden to the rules that are on TikTok as well. So it's a little bit more candid in there. But yeah, my husband might get confused if I'm watching that. Yeah, Jessica, I would agree. I would agree.
So there I was, right? I was in the hot tub, right? Here comes Bullish Babe in the comments. And she's like, how's it going, Cosmic? And I'm like, oh, just great. You know, what are you doing? Where's your husband at? He goes, he's right here. I'm like,
you were both watching it, and not in a pineapple kind of way. It was just in a regular way. Yeah. But he was right next to me. He's like, is that Cosmic in the hot tub? I was like, yeah, it is. It is. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, no, I think that there are a lot of projects that I mean, we're at 104.8 now. I think we're just going to range.
No, wait a minute. You have to tell them what your husband said.
Yeah.
When I was in the hot tub.
Yeah. So my husband has a funny personality. Sometimes he's actually really quiet usually, but he has like really good one-liners that he thinks about, and then they come out and they're hysterical. And so, Cosmic was talking about his exit strategy, and my husband was like, wait, he's like, type this to him. He's like, we need to get out of here before we see his exit strategy. And I was like, yep, there it is. There it is. The one-liner of the month.
The one-liner of the month. That was awesome.
The one-liner of the month. No pineapples. That's right. No pineapples. Hey, Sarah Bentley. I know. There's no pineapples in here today.
I know. It's like you lost it. Jay Heat, can you start that up? Let's get the pineapple rocking and rolling, crypto bros.
Yeah, Jay Heat will start it because he always does. He's a problem, that Jay Heat. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, my husband might get confused. I'm watching that.
Yeah. Trump just paused tariffs on select Chinese goods until August 31st. So is that why we're having a bump right now? Did that Sniper Investments, did that jump out right now? What are your thoughts about XRP in November? Thank you so much. Thank you, Forrest. Thank you. I don't know who that was. Country. Wow. Thank you. Oh, there's the fruit again. Hey, Country. Country is a great content creator too. Please follow Forrest.
Yeah, Country's awesome.
Jay Heat is down there. They have a new project coming out called Web Hub, which is really cool and a place where you can find everything that you need. As well as there's like a creator kind of piece to that too. So it sounds super cool.
Country, I was on watching Country on live today, and he was talking about like the exercises and different stuff and whatever. We're talking about my belly.
Yeah.
I need to work on
Why
getting
you
this
have a
belly
belly?
off.
Oh, Joe, thank you so much. Why, you have a dad bod now?
I do. And what happened
Really?
was last year I tore my ACL at Sky Zone, the little, bouncy place for the kids.
You tore your ACL on a
In a
jumpy
bouncy
trampoline place?
Yeah, trampoline place, correct. And the dodgeball area. It wasn't even like I was doing something cool. I was trying to revenge the honor of my son. There was this 13-year-old kid just hitting everybody in the head with a dodgeball. I came in, I checked in. I was going to avenge everybody.
It's gonna avenge him.
I guess I am not Avenger quality because this body.
I don't think so. You're not the hero that they needed.
I was definitely not the hero they needed. Sometimes I forget I'm like in my 40s and not in my 20s.
Yeah. The country says, at least your handsome brother. One for Freedom says, I got a 12-pack, no 6-pack. I wish I had a 6-pack. If I could get a 12-pack, I wouldn't be doing crypto on TikTok. I'd be doing other things.
I hate being super skinny and just having a belly. It's kind of like weird. I'm like a stick figure, like a pregnant stick figure. If I had to describe my body shape right now, I feel like
a pregnant stick figure. At least I could draw it. So like,
you could draw. We all imagine that right now. We're all like, oh, yeah, shit, I can see that.
Like, maybe that's true. I don't know.
You're
not usually full length, so you can't see your whole getup. I got a pony keg. I have a pony keg. I got you.
I started looking at myself, in my videos, and I'm like, dang, video adds what, 10 pounds extra, or is that 15 pounds extra?
Sometimes I don't even look like myself in these videos. It's so funny. I look at them and I'm like, who is that? And it depends on the lighting too. Like, it's a whole thing, right? Who cares, really? As long as we're talking crypto. So that's good that he paused tariffs. That's a really good thing. So could this maybe spark something a little bit more off? What do you think?
I think, just like I said in the beginning of this live, we're starting our B wave and moving up. And then at some point.
I love this one, Tolotech. Thank you so much. I love when I try to get you to say something else and you just are like, no, Chelsea. I'm sorry.
I've already told you how it's going to go.
Yeah. Remember that thing that I said back here? That I'm sticking to it.
Yeah,
Thank you for your input.
Still the same. Nothing's changed.
I don't know. I think it was funny because over the weekend, it looked pretty bearish. Tumultic, thank you so much. He says you deserve it. Love your work, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys are sweet. Thank you very much for being here and hanging out with us. And I know sometimes we get off topic, but we're trying to have some fun too. A lot of big charters on TikTok are saying we're going down. Yeah. So this morning, this morning, and actually yesterday when I looked at the charts, thank you, country. Yesterday and over the weekend when I was looking at the charts, it looked really bearish. And then yesterday, it was like one of those phantom pumps. You know those pumps that you get that it's like the Sunday night little jingle. Sunday night pump, man. I hate
it's like all of a sudden it's Sunday night, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some crypto tonight. Everybody has the same idea at the same time.
But that's the thing is like it sometimes, and that's where like traders get thrown off, right? And I was listening to a trader this morning. BTC looks like a Head and Shoulders. Yeah, Sean, I was saying that it does look like that. It also has like it looks like a token bear flag on the daily to me. And that's just me. I know a lot of people look at things differently, but for me, that's what it looks like. And so I'm watching that, and I think that may play out sooner than later. But we'll see what happens. But I think that's where a lot of traders get wrecked, right? Is you can watch the signs all you want, but then there's these times in the market that are very, very volatile, no matter which week it is. Sunday nights, always. Sunday nights into Monday, really. I don't like to trade those at all. And then anytime around the open. So if you're just getting into trading and you start trading those times, you will get wrecked over and over and over again because the charts don't necessarily, unless you're looking at a small time frame, they don't necessarily tell the whole story. And I think
not at all.
not at all. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Tumbletick says, saw a lot of FUD today about the Japanese economy. Were you watching that?
No.
No.
I don't narrative chase, like a lot of people, and this is why news makes, so much money, not just regular news, but like crypto news. Why is Bitcoin down today? Why is Bitcoin up today? Everybody has to think there has to be some type of narrative tied to it. And these are actually just doing things that they normally do. Sometimes we just figure out, oh, we got to tie. There's got to be a reason we're down 5% today, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The reason is we pumped for weeks. Now it's time to take a break for a second.
There's so much news coming out every single day now. We go through cycles where there's no news at all. And right now, there's news about the economy constantly. There's news about politics constantly, and there's whoa!
Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I love that one.
That was sick.
So much. That's
sick.
Awesome. Thank
Someone
you.
else hates narrative chasers too.
Like, drop it like it's hot.
Right.
He's in the wolf. Stu's in the wolf pack, and guys, if you come into the wolf pack, he is a really great technical analyst. I always say analyst. And he
just made it rain on us, like literally. That was pretty awesome,
right? Yeah,
love that.
I'm loving that.
I haven't seen that gift ever. I've never seen one. You guys come up with some pretty, like, I don't have like all these, like, do you have to unlock them? Like, how do you get all those cool things that you guys get all the time?
Yeah, well, no, you don't have to unlock. Do you need me to show you where the gifts are?
I'm a crypto TikToker noob. I have no idea. I just make funny content and sometimes serious and then sometimes where the market's most likely going to go.
I know, but I feel like Stu said it takes some scrolling. So it must be at the bottom. Oh, look at that one.
That was
neat.
That.
Tumbletick says, following Cosmic since the beginning and love his style, will hold XRP forever.
That's awesome, man. Like, and you have to be in profit. If you followed me from the beginning, you're definitely in profit.
Especially in
we were buying H bar at 3 cents. We were buying algo at 8 cents. We took the stab and bought a crap load of Solana, like 9, 10, 11, 15 bucks. Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
You're definitely in profit.
And that's the thing. If you crypto Chad, pull them out. Thank you, Tumblr. Thank you. The thing is that it's so funny when I look back at my portfolio now, and this is for like all the newbies in here too. If you're new, I think there is this there's this feeling in the market right now that is very tradey, like it's very trade focused, right? There are not a lot of people who are telling you to just buy and hold. But what I will say is when I first got in and when I look back at my portfolio now, thank you, Jeff. When I look back at my portfolio, I am amazed at how much profit I am in from just buying and holding. And
I think the market is always trying to get you to capitulate out of your positions.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of traders are trying to get, like, here's the thing is like, for someone, I was listening, there's this, Tori Trades is her name, Tori.
Yeah, I know Tori Trades.
You know Tori Trades. Okay, so I was listening to one of her reels this morning on Instagram, and she was saying, you have got to think, it was the first time I've ever heard a trader be this honest about it. She said, the market is manipulated, period. You have to think of trading crypto, stocks, others, as if it is a carnival game. And you are dealing with probabilities, and that's all you're dealing with. And if you think about it as a carnival game, you have to know that you are going to lose a lot of the time. And the only way to win is to look at the probabilities and to also pick your times to trade and not trade all the time. And I thought that was like brilliant, well said, and straight to the point and extremely clear for those people who are trying to get into trading, because I think most of the time people are saying, trading is the way to go. You can make passive income. You can only make passive income if you don't lose it all. And most people lose it all.
Yeah, I like what Country said.
What do you
Country
say?
said, I think all the utility tokens are smart to hold for the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like once we start seeing the liquidity move into the altcoins and into a lot of these utility coins, I am taking profit. I'm not going to sell everything. But I will definitely sell a lot, because I also believe that there's going to be a pretty decent sized crash coming up. You have to start looking and understand that all markets are one big trade, right? And a lot of things in history repeat themselves. And our bubble is so big in the stock market, from what we've seen from the 1920s, we surpassed that. We've surpassed that bubble.
Yeah.
And bubbles pop,
Yeah.
and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of money could be made when bubbles are popped. But you have to be able to control your emotions. I was talking on a live today, having a more or less a contrarian point of view of the market. If you kind of did the reverse to what everybody said in the last 3 to 4 years, you're up a lot.
Yeah, and I think, all right, I'm just going to hold this for a second. So this is.
Don't let that fall again. That was weird last time. It's
I'm sorry. I know, Aromatic. Thank you so much. I know. Well, I've got it rigged up so that I can have it charging and do this at the same time. Apparently, I'm not that good at it. Yeah, I think, and people also don't realize, especially when you first get in, you don't realize that there are cycles, and that you can basically time the cycles enough where you can sell in profit and buy in pretty close to a low, the low, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do that, you can keep recycling your profit, which is crazy.
Definitely. So I look to buy as soon as the big crash does happen. After we take up, I'm putting a lot of paper to the side, so that when we do get, and you have to understand that, a lot of these cryptos could crash 70, 80, 90%.
Yeah.
And
they did. My portfolio, looking at a lot of it, it crashed a good 80%.
Yeah.
And then you're kicking yourself because you're I round tripped when I should have sold and then bought back in, but I didn't do that because I didn't, and I took profit off the table, but not enough. You always feel like it's going to go up a little bit more and you're going to miss some profit. When if you just take the profit in the first place, you can make more profit the second time around.
Correct. And watch the dips too. When we're moving in the market and we're having dips, oh, there you go. You got the gum.
I love that one. Thank you, Tumble Tech.
So as we're going and we're seeing, the dips happen, right? And you're noticing fear in the dips, right? Yeah. We have a dip and there's fear in the market. Oh no, are we done? Is it over now? Right? When it gets to the point where crypto bros stop fearing the dips, that's when you should be afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Cat Eye Caldwell said, how bullish are you on this XRP spot ETF for June 17th?
I'm bullish on XRP. I don't know if that's the narrative, because, we always wonder, what is going to catapult this market? And what I found being in a crypto for a while is it's never the stuff that we know. And this works both ways, good and bad. It's always the surprises that we don't know, right? That comes out that was unexpected in the market and shakes the market or moves it up in an unbelievable pace. So that could happen great and be bullish, and maybe we go up a little bit. But I think it's the stuff that we don't know that gets popped off that really takes XRP into. And I'm very bullish. XRP is my largest bag.
Yeah.
And it wasn't during the bear market. I didn't focus on buying a lot of it during the bear. Just when the market took off without it, we've seen that before in 2017.
Yep. I think, and I also, I'm bullish on the spot ETF. However, I think the ETFs, they have some undue instant hype around them, right? So people think that just because an ETF gets approved, all of a sudden a ton of money is going to flood in. And that's not necessarily what happens. You have to, thank you, OZ. You have to, the people who are opening the ETF, they still have to convince people to actually invest in it. And until that happens, you're not getting the inflow that people are assuming you're getting. And so although I'm bullish on it, oh, thank you so much, OZ.
I think long-term, the ETFs are a very good thing for the cryptos. At some point though, once I look at Bitcoin, and I'm like, What is the fear right now of holding Bitcoin? You know, what is the, because, you know, or what is the risk to hold Bitcoin right now? And I don't see much risk in it. I see a lot more risk in XRP, and that's why I think XRP is going to very much outperform when it's all said and done. With this cycle, I know we've seen other coins do some great numbers. I think when it's all said and done, I think XRP will be one of the top ones that did very well.
Yeah,
this market.
I think so too. I think so too, and it's got too many wins on its plate right now. Like, and so when people are talking about how, you know, there's so much back and forth on XRP, which I think is so funny. When you look at how many wins they have had silently and what's stacking up, it just doesn't make any sense that, for me, it doesn't make any sense that it would not be a good move right now.
Correct.
Regardless of if it does everything that they say they're doing, just for price suppression factor alone, plus the clarity from the case, which is coming, which I think is already there, but it's not completely official yet. Once that is done, just for those two reasons, I think it's a good move for the cycle.
Yeah, especially the type of market that we're in, being more of a rotational type market. You know, the last couple bull runs, we were all in expansion, where even your noob friends were thinking you're the king because whatever you touch could probably go 100x, right? It's not that type of market this time around. It's definitely more of a rotational type market, and I think that those coins, more the layer ones, are going to attract the most liquidity, because if we're just rotating, and a lot of the liquidity is coming from rotations and profit, how far down the risk curve are they going to go?
Yeah, I
don't think much.
No, listen, here's the thing is, I think in past, so Bob Zero asked, how different will the next bear market look from the previous ones? What are your thoughts on that?
I think we'll still see similar things, you know? It's just like we've seen with the stock market. I think we'll see similar things. Yeah. 4 years and everything.
Mm-hmm. What I was just going to say, when you were saying that how far down is the risk going to go? One of the things that I've thought about lately is, if people, let's just say XRP does ridiculous numbers, right? Or HBAR or Algorand, let's just say because of the capital gains tax, you know, that actually happens.
That'd be bullish as that.
Right. Why would people, if they can make X's on utility real projects, why would they then keep on risking more? I think in the last cycles, what happened is that people, they were making money on utility projects, but then they were turning around and making, you know, a 10, 50, 100x on a meme coin. And so that's why the liquidity is trickling down. But what if there's a chance that you could make a 50x on a utility? Now that liquidity, why would they grab that and pull it into crap when they don't have to? And so that's what I've been looking at this cycle, is maybe it is, and I'm not saying that all memes are crap. I actually love memes. Thanks, Sadish. Nice to see you. I actually hold memes and I love memes, but I don't think that risk is going to trickle down like it did the last time through all of the low caps, every, you know, crap coin that was out there. It's not going to go there this time if we have a big bump in all of the larger utility coins.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I don't think the liquidity is going to keep dropping down, right? I think there's a very real possibility that this is all done within the next 2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm. You think?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Tumbletic said. It is getting institutional and international bags now. That's hard to answer for, guys. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat a little bit. I cannot type in the chat, so if you're here and you don't see me in there, that's why. I know Cosmic is trying to. Sorry, my husband's calling me. Oh. He doesn't want to laugh, but he's calling me.
Maybe you can take that. Maybe it's an emergency.
No, it's not.
Okay. He would call twice.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
look at that.
He would call twice, and Miles Taylor says Ethereum staking makes a difference.
Yeah, they'll definitely make a. It's so funny because crypto bros were like 2 months ago, and they were asking me, "Are you buying anything?" I said, "Yeah, Ethereum." Ethereum? Like,
why would you buy that silly thing?
Ethereum? I thought you liked that
too. And there we go, right?
There we go.
Yes, I build your bag. I've started anyway. SXT.
I don't think it will do maybe as well as XRP, but I was born at night. It wasn't last night, and I understand how markets like this move. Once every time crypto bros start getting on the side, doubting a coin, especially a top layer one that's been there for a bit, it 9 times out of 10 has always reversed the other way.
Yep. I hold Ethereum, but I'm not a huge holder. And more because I see potential in other things, but that doesn't mean that I don't like Ethereum.
Yeah,
that
definitely doesn't mean I'm keeping it.
You're selling it for profit,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
Popcorn says, what's happening to XRP? Nothing, just hanging in there. We're waiting for, I know that they have to have a progress report, I think by June 13th. I just made a video about it, but June 13th, I think the SEC has to have a progress report, and hopefully we'll have some kind of information by then. And then they said, what are your thoughts on ZBAC? So ZBAC for me is, so a couple of things. There's a lot of people talking about it right now. It's ran up by 300%. So I'm not buying it right now because why would you buy it at this number, even though it's taken a little bit of a dip?
Come on, everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
Don't you want to FOMO in?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't want to FOMO in at the top. No, thank you. However, I do like the premise of ZBAC. I just don't know if, and people are going to hate me in the audience for this. As much as I like it, and I saw a use for my own project, because I have a crypto project where I did have to produce payroll, and it is something that would work. I just don't know if there's someone out there that can do it better than them. And I don't know even though they're doing it right now and they're doing it first, if there isn't going to be a company that comes out, or there isn't going to be a bunch of companies that come out and take market share from them. I would assume that that's going to happen. So I'm not dead set on them like a lot of people are, because I realize that in real life, there's a lot of payroll companies and they do the same thing. And if they can figure it out, I'm sure another company can figure it out too. I don't think that they're going to have all of the market share like people are thinking right now. So that's my thought.
Fair.
Do you know? What's your thought?
Just my thoughts on it. I don't have any, by the way. And once again, like you said, it's not because I don't think it's great or anything. It's just that for me, I understand how this works. Typically, when a lot of people are talking about it, it's never a good time to buy something. I always like to wait till everybody forgets about it and then scoop it up.
Exactly. Solano Cruz said ZBAC is what Pi was 2 months ago with hype, and now nobody talks about it. So Pi is a little bit different. I'm a holder of Pi, but only because I mined it for 2.5 years. I never bought any of it, nor have I bought any since it launched the mainnet. However, I do think that Pi is different because they built a community that is so large. So for me, ZBAC is like the new and upcoming project that people are jumping into because there's FOMO and because it's up so much and because it's a new project that has a new use case for the crypto space. Pi has built over 6 years, 60 million users. And so for me, that's why I'm bullish on Pi and I'm still holding it, because I feel like even though it doesn't have the hype right now, that is a ridiculous amount of user base for them to have and build on top of. So if anything comes out that is any bullish at all, they're going to build on top of that foundation. That's what I think about Pi.
So bullish has conviction on it.
I do. I don't know if it's conviction. Like, there's a very big difference between conviction and me
insanity.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I tapped a screen to get my Pi. Like, yeah. I didn't pay for it.
Right.
Do I have the kind of conviction that I do for something that I paid for? No. Like, it's just not the same. If I have to shell out money,
how you remembered to tap that damn thing? I would never remember. I would.
Sends you a notification
It's a week.
in the
It's been a
morning.
week, and I forgot about it already. Okay.
It sends you a notification. You can't forget.
I get a ton of notifications, crypto bros. They're all the time. Text, TikTok.
You want to hear my best story about notifications? So we had these 2 frogs one time that my kids got, and I would feed the frogs in my phone. So every day, feed the frogs would come up. Finally, one of them died. The other one we got rid of, and I still had feed the frogs come up for like 4 years on my phone because I refused to take it out of my phone because I was just lazy.
Wow. Feed the frogs. Everybody throw a frog in a chat. Throw the frogs in the chat.
Feed the frogs.
Feed the frogs. This is
Feed the frogs.
new slogan.
There
She
we go.
got her feeding the frogs.
Hey, Jay Dan. Nice to see you.
What's up? Jay Dan in the house.
Jay
Mr.
Dan in the house. Guys, if you don't follow Jay Dan and you are interested in trading or learning about trading, please do follow him.
I didn't know that you could actually make like chart trading like look freaking cool. I didn't even know that existed. That's why I never do it.
I sometimes go into his streams just to jam out and listen to his music. I've told him that before too. I love the way that he does stuff. It's so fast paced, so you don't feel like you're actually like in a class or like, but he is teaching you, and I've learned things from him that I can recall after I watch.
There's the frogs. Feed the frogs.
Feed the frogs. Look at all those frogs. There we go. See, I don't have the frogs, but I can have them in the chat now. But yeah, guys, follow Dan. He's amazing. So, yeah.
Can I have that playlist, bro?
Yeah,
I'm thinking if I play that playlist, and if I just
put a spot up, make a Spotify list. We're begging. We're begging for the Spotify list. Actually,
I think I would look cool with a face tattoo.
I think you might. I'm not gonna lie. I think you could pull it off. Yeah, I think you could pull it off. I think you can pull it off. I actually took some songs from one of his playlists, and we were playing it at my friend's house. So, yeah, I like to steal songs from people. But I'm a song stealer. People are talking about
like you.
Yeah, I'm a song stealer. It is me. It's 100%.
It's okay.
People are talking about hype. What do you know about hype?
Hype? Is that a newer coin that came out? Something new and shiny?
Something new and shiny. I'd love to know what Jay Dan thinks about hype.
I don't like new and shiny.
I know you don't. You like old and dull, rusted over.
Old and dull.
Old and dull, rusted over for time, patinaed, if you will.
But the problem is when new coins are released, there's a higher level of inflation involved with a lot of newer coins. Number one, I don't like it. Number two, I don't like not knowing and seeing a roadmap of not so much what the roadmap of where the creators and the developers. I'm talking about the roadmap of like the past charts.
Yeah.
Right. Literally going in blind, throwing money around doesn't excite me a lot, right?
He's a little haphazard to you, does it, Cosmic?
He does, right? It's like, we have no freaking idea, but let's just go for it, right, DJ?
Yeah, let's go. Go. Just jump in, both feet, both hands.
I can look at like years of XRP and I can tell exactly kind of see where this is going right now.
You like the history. Thank you, TumbleTech. You like the history. And the history, I like history too, because when I'm doing TA, I like to look back. I was telling someone this the other day. When I'm looking at charts, and I also told people this in the Wolfpack too, I like to look at a chart or an asset and think of it as a relationship, right? When you first get into a relationship, you figure out how that person moves. You go out to dinner with them. You go on vacations with them. You're constantly around them, and you try and figure out their personality and what they do and how they react to things. Thank you, TumbleTech. To do that, you need history, right? And so then 5 years later, you can look back and be like, hey, we're in the same fight that we were in 5 years later. And that person is going to react in this way because they've reacted to this exact thing 5 times before. And so for me, when I'm trading, that's how I like to look at the asset that I'm trading. Is I like to look at what it's done in the past in reference to what it's doing now. And it may be a different situation, but a lot of the time it acts in the exact same way.
You know, my secret
What's
is
your
I
secret?
do that same thing, but I look at people. Like I look at the crypto crowd, right? Because we usually act in the same ways.
Mhm.
Same ways.
Every time, right?
Every time. There's only a few things you can trust in life, and that's what
Stu says
taxes and retail buying the top and selling that buy.
exactly. Yes, and that's the thing is like you can knowing what these cycles do, you can gauge that to some degree. Stu is saying bull flags everywhere lately in the charts, and then Stu says bear flags rather bullish mad. The emotional indicator, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I think that at the end of the day, I do like the history more as well. I don't mind taking a gamble once in a while on a meme coin that I think has some hype, but I'm not doing it all the time, and I'm not doing it with large amounts of money. Period.
Yeah.
You know,
Not at all.
not at all.
I
And
stay away from them.
What'd you say?
I stay away from them.
I know you do. You're very cautious. You're a very cautious crypto bro.
Yeah, but I still make some of the same mistakes. I messed up one time, bought one that supposedly had utility.
I love how you messed up one time. Everyone in the crowd is like, dude, I've messed up millions. Like, that one time.
No, wait a minute. You don't understand. Cosmic had to mess up a shitload before they even get to this point. I'm not saying my shit don't stink at all, because my shit stunk, right? I was doing some stupid
that
stuff.
One time I threw a little bit of money into a coin.
I'm still
like,
pissed off at those crypto bros. When they said they got in at 2017, I was their exit liquidity. That's why I punk all those guys at the morning show all the time, because they made me their little biatch.
Yeah, Alex was in here earlier and he said it's hyper liquid, which I've heard of, and I meant to say it, but then we got on another topic. Thanks, Alex, for being here. If you're still here, I didn't mean to mull over you.
Well, he could have spoke up. He knows how to talk.
No, well, he did. He spoke up in the chat, and I missed it because we were talking about something.
He got me pretty good too. So when I got my account back and I made a video, hey, I'm back, and then all of a sudden he commented. He goes, oh, you lost your account? And I popped in and said, yeah, kind of like. He goes, oh no, I already knew from the 1,748 videos you've already made about it. I sit there and I was like, oh, yeah. He got me.
It's like that. It's like that thing where you're singing and someone says, like, who sings that song? And you're like, Boyz II Men or whatever, and they're like, let's keep it that way. Like I like when.
But it's fair. It's fair. I love to troll the morning show. I mean,
you do, and I think they like it too. So just saying.
No, they stopped talking to me.
Did they? How dare they?
I know.
How dare? Although they do come into our lives sometimes, so
you do. No,
I feel like they might miss you a little bit.
I just can't believe Will got his account jacked, and then he was in a freaking shark suit. And that was the most amazing thing ever. In a shark suit.
I saw the shark suit.
That was cool.
I've seen him in quite a few outfits. He likes to dress up, I think.
I know, right? I would love to have a dress-up party, because I have a lot of dress-up stuff too. I love Marvel, DC. I got a bunch of costumes.
You've grown-up costumes?
You don't have grown-up costumes?
I mean, yeah, for like a Halloween party or something.
Me too. I'm 47. Those obviously have collected over the years.
Thanks, Trill. You've collected, how many outfits have you collected?
I don't know. I'm weird like that.
I'm guessing.
Sometimes I just put them on. I don't even go anywhere. This is there in my Groot outfit. And I'm Groot. I'm Groot.
Oh my God, I can't. I feel like we need to start dressing up on these lives. I don't know what as, but something.
That was Normie wife calling me, so I asked her to stop talking about crypto here in a couple of minutes, or I'm going to be sleeping on the couch again.
I know. I actually have to go too because I have to pick up the kids. But thank you guys all for being here. You guys, hey Aaliyah, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. We have like the best crowd ever. Thank you so much.
Ever.
So we're gonna try to do this. I think 3:30 is the time. We're gonna try to do this every day, guys. So if you want to come back, hang out with us, we will try. Thank you, Schmack. Nice to see you. Thank you, Ozy. All the gifters in the audience, we really appreciate you. We will try to get to your questions as much as possible. And maybe we'll like open up a panel at some point too. Maybe like, I don't know, once a week or something.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, that would be fun. Thank you, Tumbletech, Ozy, Jay Heat, Francesca, Trey, Jay Dan. I know I'm missing a lot of people. Jessica Pennington, I think, is here. Thank you guys all for being here. We appreciate it.
I got this goat thing up there. What's that mean? That's so awesome.
Yeah. What goat thing? What are you talking about?
Oh, you missed it. No, it was cool. It said goat, had me. You missed it.
Oh, sorry. What did I blink and it went away?
So yeah, just remember we'll probably flip it up and start heading into that B wave. So
there we go. Okay. Stu, thanks for being here, guys. If you want to join the Wolfpack, please go to the link in my bio. You can click on there. We have a live 25. You put live 25 in, you get 25% off the first 2 months. Come and hang out with us in there. We have a really good time. We talk crypto. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here that are actually members in there. We have a really cool community. So come and join us. And we will see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bros.
Bye.